Hello everybody, so I screwed it up. I'm so bad at reading
No, it's okay.
In 2022, I spent Christmas in England with my now wife and then fiance. I realised that Christmas was over a year ago, but I filmed it, so here's what happened.
That's great. Yeah, lovely.
Something that should be appreciated is that this was probably the whitest Christmas we've had in my living memory. I think by the time of Christmas Day the snow had melted, but it was really nice to have the snow there in the lead up to Christmas.
Snow's melting. So, we have porridge with brown sugar.
We went for a walk around a local lake to appreciate the snow. This lake rarely freezes over, so it was quite a uniquely wintry experience for the area. We assumed this might have confused the birds, but what we were surprised to see was how many of them were enjoying landing and skidding on the ice.
Whee!
Oh yeah! Oh, the amount they're sliding. Oh wow, that one there, that was so funny. They can't keep its feet from slipping. Oh, they are. Woo-hoo-hoo. Whee. They are. Woo. That's great. Over there is a crime scene, or at least it was a crime scene a month or so ago. Because there was a crime there, which I won't go into the details of because that feels too morbid. Like, I don't mind filming it and being like, hey, there was a crime there, but I don't want to be like, here's what the crime was, here's all the gory details. But there was a crime, and it shook up the local area, so I think that warrants mention. And I was actually cycling past, and I was like, hey, why are there loads of police cars and journalists? We got some yummy pastries from the shop. So I got a pan au chocolat. I did just realise we can enjoy our pastry for a little while because there's about to be Simpsons on Channel 4, so let's do that.
So after enjoying our pastries in front of the Simpsons, we decided to make some minestrone soup.
I'm gonna watch football.
Honestly, minestrone sort of feels like a cheat code for life. It's healthy, pretty cheap, and insanely tasty. I've got 4 portions of it frozen in the freezer right now. You'll notice I said we were watching the football, which I'm actually quite surprised I didn't record any of. This was the World Cup final between Argentina and France. I make a point of watching every single match during the World Cup and European finals, so obviously I enjoyed watching it. And Hannah...
Did you enjoy the football?
Sort of.
She loved it, really. Overall, a pretty fun start to the Christmas season. On to the next adventure.
And away we go to Oxenford.
Whee!
After our trip to the East Midlands to see my grandparents, which I'll cover in another vlog, we headed down to Oxford with my parents for a big family gathering. On the way there, I annoyed Hannah with my Christmas music. When we got there, I had a chicken burger, which is what I have whenever I go to a pub. My memory is that this chicken burger was pretty good, and the pub was quite nice, although I didn't film much of it because I find it quite awkward to film around my extended family.
Well, I'd say that was a grand lunch. Did you enjoy partaking in, how the hell do we get to that bridge?
We don't do lattes like that.
We don't do lattes like
We don't do it like that. We put it in a little mug.
Alright. We wanted to go there because we were told there was a pretty bridge. It's also raining. Well, this doesn't seem safe. But it's here, so it must be safe. Danger!
Anyway, that was the end of that day, and this brought us almost to Christmas.
So yesterday evening we watched what film?
Jingle all the way.
It was great, wasn't it?
Cinematic gold.
It's time for a wrapping session. I'll start. Yo, 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 it's time to do some presents. We're going to make sure that they'll be opened in our presents. Presents,
Nice.
different sense.
Yes.
So Hannah's in charge of choosing a wrapping paper. I'm in charge of opening the presents. course, seeing as this will go up long after Christmas, I can reveal that we have whiskey. Whiskey. Glug, 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 glug. Listen to the noise it makes. I turn the bottle upside down while you
sip it. PD ain't no plumber, but PD working with the I rep it Richmond, bitch. I rep it Richmond, bitch.
I agree with what you were saying, Hannah, about how wrapping presents is super easy, and really the whole kind of prep for Christmas thing is very easy, and everybody who ever complains about it is kind of just lazy and disorganized. That was like a really good point you made.
I think you're projecting again.
So with all our wrapping done, it was time to sit back and get excited for Christmas.
Get up now, right now. It's time to attack the day. Do it. Come on. Move.
Oh. I wonder what it could be.
I reckon it's a doormat.
We have really good.
All right.
Who's that from? Ollie?
Yeah,
And this present
it's a good read.
is to Diane Grandma Mum.
Can you work out what it is?
Yeah.
There you go, Diane Grandma Mum.
Merci very much. Nobody knows, Jim.
Yeah, I think so. Okay.
There will be one in that big bag to the side.
Oh, found one. There you go, Ellie. Took a while. Took long enough.
Oh,
Now everybody's got a round of presents. Hello everybody. I just got some new slippers. And we just had a brunch, which was a traditional Christmas Day brunch we have, which is salmon and scrambled eggs on toast. It was really good. We've also had some, well, everyone else has Bucks Fizz. I don't drink, so I just had orange juice with tonic water. And also we went to church, and now I'm just going to come down. We're going to look at some more presents. I missed one. What was Bub's present? I missed it because I was making sure my camera was fixed.
Unpublished letters to the Daily Telegraph.
Oh yes, I saw you. What?
Something eagle.
What was the clue?
Something I should mention for context, or else this next clip will make no sense, is that in my immediate family, we actually write cryptic clues on the labels for the presents so that people can guess what the present is before they actually open it.
Go on then, Ollie.
Yay!
I got a gay person with an L in it. I got a female and mixed her up.
What could it be? What's a word for a gay person?
Lesbian.
Shirtlifter.
Yeah.
Shirtlifter? Is that what you Is that a word for a gay person? Schlert.
I've got a shirt in here.
Yeah.
I think they're a bit bent, those gay people.
I think it's
Maybe they're
A bender.
benders.
Blender.
No, Ollie, really?
It mostly just exists to draw out the present opening process, so each present gets a bit more focus and can be appreciated a bit more than it otherwise might be. I would definitely recommend writing clues on the labels for the presents that you give at Christmas, and if you're the type of person who opens the presents without even reading the labels, I will judge you.
Hannah, Merry Chris. Whoops. Boink. Thud.
what? What's that
Lots of
clue?
big hugs and
What's that clue?
Crimbo. What does that say?
Lots
Crimbo.
of big hugs and crimbo wishes.
Okay.
So what's the
I have
clue?
no
What did
idea.
you say? Whoops.
Whoops. Boink. Thud. Like he fell.
It's like, no, slippers
I
again.
fell.
Slip.
Slippers again.
Ah.
Maybe I slipped.
Trish.
I, for the record, these look slightly more like old lady slippers than I first realised, but it kind of works.
These are cute.
Yeah.
Of course, not everybody does the whole clues thing, which means that opening presents doesn't take quite as long as it otherwise would.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year with love from Grandma and Bob. Bum ba bum bum bum. Bum ba bum bum bum. Ooh! Is this an... Oh wow,
Oh, there's two.
Are these autumnal jumpers I
Love
see?
it. Oh, they're nice.
Are these...
This is an autumnal jumper.
That
Oh,
green one
lovely.
you can go in with the Christmas.
Yeah, that's true, and I don't have a green, and yeah, they're very good going into
Oh, they're
winter.
excellent.
Hey, that's the jumper I'm wearing right now.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's really good.
Is it a really good pan?
It's a cast iron pan.
Sounds like a really good pan to me. I'll
It
have to
is.
Google what a cast iron skillet is.
Oh, you don't know what they are?
You do steaks with it? You do steaks?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
know
can do
that,
lots of things in it.
I know that cast iron is good.
Yeah.
I think we should use it to make the Brussels.
Anyway, that was pretty much the end of the present opening, so the next big Christmas event to celebrate was, of course, lunch.
A little bit of a job we do. It's basically like a big aluminium burrito of flavour.
What are you doing? Some kind of thing?
Yeah.
Cool. Off for a walk. Come on, guys. Ready for your walk. Walkies, walkies.
Sausage balls, carrots, pigs in blankets, turkey. Some spreads.
Where are you going to be sitting, Mike?
I put a beer there.
Here, that's fine. I'll sit over there. There's just a plate over
Potatoes.
here that's not accounted for. So I'll sit here.
We need to get a gravy boat out, I guess. Hey, I'll say Merry Christmas.
I got the red cabbage.
I guess lunch pretty much speaks for itself, so after that there were a few more presents to unwrap.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Oh, me. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas to me.
Little boy.
A little boy.
But apart from that, the rest of the day was spent having fun with the presents we'd got.
Okay. Da, 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 da. Here it comes. Whoa! Way! Alright. Basically, I got a laundry hamper. I got so many presents. They're all really great. Yay! And we're gonna do games now. Honestly, this has been a really great Christmas. I'll conclude about it. Yeah, I've loved this Christmas. It's been fun. Great food, everything great. My best girl was here. My best girl was here.
Wow.
I was just saying, this has been a great Christmas.
It has been.
After some games, I got myself a classic Christmas leftover sandwich to hold me over for the evening, which I have to say was really rather good. And then we played this game that I was introduced to by Hannah's family called Farkle, which was enjoyable. I won't really explain it, but if you want to look it up, the rules are pretty simple.
No, you have to. No, you have to pick stuff
I have
up
to pick stuff up
if it doesn't score. Yeah, that is a rule I remember.
You
Yeah.
can randomly one though, can't you?
The only slight downside to this Christmas is that we didn't line up any really good Christmas films. So we sort of just ended up watching whatever was on, but eventually we settled on some Wallace and Gromit and watched that until bedtime.
Well, I would say it's bedtime, wouldn't you? I literally have no idea what time it is. Wait, 11:15?
Hang on. It's 11:05.
Overall, genuinely a thoroughly enjoyable Christmas and easily the best Christmas of my adult life.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas.
Oh,
Make the
right.
Yuletide gay.
The next day we went ice skating, which in the interest of keeping this manageable, I will probably try to present mostly in montage format.
Okay, full disclosure. I totally failed to appreciate how slippy ice was.
Terrifying.
Obviously, I'm not going to film like a huge amount of this because I don't want to smash my camera and die. So I finally fell over and it was very funny. I landed on my butt and unfortunately no one saw it, which sucks.
After that was over, we went home and watched the movie Junior starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, and we were guilt-free doing nothing for the evening because our legs hurt a lot from skating. And then finally, we made up for the one thing missing from Christmas Day and actually watched a Christmas film, A Christmas Carol starring Jim Carrey, which was pretty good. I have very fond memories of A Christmas Carol due to a personal story which I'll tell another time, but it means that any adaptation of A Christmas Carol is going to be well regarded by me.
Good. Oh, Boxing Day.
Oh yeah, it was a Boxing Day. We did so much boxing. I did punch a kid in the back.
Anyway, so after this, we need to get on to second Christmas.
What about second?
Christmas. So my personal belief is that across the 12 days of Christmas, you should have at least 2 Christmases, because there's going to be some family members you couldn't see on Christmas Day. So it makes sense to spend second Christmas with those people. In this case, we went to Lymington in Hampshire to see some of my mum's family. For those who don't know, Hampshire is a really beautiful place.
Well, here we are at our final destination. Some motorway side services.
I'd almost describe it as a mini England in that it has almost all the things you'd expect to see in England just within one county. It has seaside towns, farms, forests, villages, churches, and a lot of rich history. For example, it's where William II died under suspicious circumstances, allowing Henry I to take the throne.
His name was William Rufus, wasn't
Yeah, and then he was killed in a hunting accident.
Yeah.
A hunting accident.
There are also a lot of horses and donkeys, so many that it causes some serious issues with traffic, especially in combination with the fact that the area is quite well populated, but is so historic that the 10th century infrastructure isn't really able to cope with the needs of modern life.
Bye, donkey.
Anyway, eventually we did make it there.
Hey Hannah, welcome to Auntie Sue's. Oh, it's a dog.
So again, we exchanged a few presents, but that was very similar to Christmas Day, although there was one notable gift recipient who got a lot of attention.
She's so excited.
Ruby's opening a lot. Ruby's opening her present. So we're all watching Ruby doing her...
Ruby, open
Dancing. Ruby, that's so exciting.
This is all part of the ceremony. This is part of the ceremony. We have to do this for a while.
I expect each of you to do that when
Oh.
we give you a present.
Yeah.
Oh, it's coming.
So at least 10 laps.
Have to hold it in your mouth while you're doing it as well.
What is it?
After that, we mostly just chilled, and we played a game where you're given a random assortment of Scrabble tiles and have to make words that use up every letter.
Hello, Ruby. Hello there. How are you doing? Oh, so happy to see you today.
Then we got a lift through Lymington to the hotel we were staying at for the night. It was a very nice hotel where my cousin actually had her wedding reception. It had a view of the sea, but it got dark way too early for me to get any worthwhile footage of that.
So this is our room.
Overall, second Christmas was pretty fun and was better than a lot of Christmas days I've had before. After this, we went to Hughenden, which is a National Trust property. Right away, I need to say that when I was editing this footage, I suddenly remembered how many bangers we were listening to on the ride over.
Yeah! This is the closest thing to... Into the house we go, the house where rich people used to live, and then they got poor. Disraeli?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just a spoiler alert here.
Uh-oh.
When Queen Victoria came to visit, they actually altered the height of the chairs and table and everything else so that she wouldn't be made to feel like a really short person.
That's quite funny.
What she is.
I've got the,
You got the red kite. Are you getting it in the picture?
yeah, it's camera shy. Or is it?
Since it was still within the 12 days of Christmas, they actually had a 12 days of Christmas theme where they'd hidden various references to each of the 12 days around the property.
No, 6 geese are laying, because they've got, well, maybe they're hidden elsewhere. Yeah, they'll probably be, and there's 2 here, so yeah, it'll be 6 geese are laying.
Also, in one of the rooms, there were designs on the ceiling that were visual representations of various Aesop fables, which is honestly the type of insane stuff you see at these old stately homes that I find extravagant in the best possible way. Imagine having so much money that you can just pay somebody to sculpt literary references on your ceiling. Although on that note, at one point one of the tour guides described the owner of the house as being a not particularly wealthy man, and that became a bit of a running joke as we walked around the house.
This room has stained glass windows in it. But he wasn't a wealthy man. That's what the man stressed about. It's a view of the garden. But you gotta remember, Hannah, he wasn't a rich man. Gotta remember that, Hannah.
Anyway, I'll try to include a few more clips of the house, but overall you probably get the idea.
First public lavatories, 1852, Mike.
Surely they had them before in the Romans. Huh?
Oh, now you've made a fool out of me.
The final piece of intrigue, though, was that there happened to be a lecture scheduled about the role the house played in World War II, Basically, a lot of big remote houses were taken over as military bases because they were big and remote, which are two useful things for a military base to be.
Aircraft would take off from RAF Venison, that's also fairly close, just over the Oxfordshire border. We're talking initially mosquitoes and after that Spitfires.
After this, we went for a quick walk around the grounds.
So, we're walking along, enjoying our hot chocolates, while surveying the grounds. I think it's important every now and then to take a little moment just to survey the grounds. Wouldn't you agree, Hannah?
Yeah.
Quite. Absolutely. The trick is not to accidentally slip and let your feet fall out from underneath you. Underneath you. So I may have fallen in the mud and got covered in mud, which is fun. Good stuff. History of wildlife. I don't care. This is wildlife. I grabbed a bramble when I fell. I just grabbed a bramble. I'm jumping the fence. I don't even care.
Anyway, despite my unfortunate accident and Hannah's palpable lack of sympathy, we decided to draw out the day a bit longer and head to a nearby church.
We're going to go and ask God why. Why did he spite me to make me fall over in the mud? He's got his legs crossed. He died from needing a wee.
And as if we hadn't had enough of beautiful buildings for the day, on the way back we drove past this strange illuminated structure.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can't remember what it is.
Yeah, it looks like a proper temple, the way it's all lit up and on the hill.
In the evening I tried to get Hannah to play FIFA, but she didn't really enjoy it. So then we just watched my favourite comedy of all time, Daddy's Home 2.
The only person who can ruin your Christmas is looking back at you in that mirror. I'll see it's you, Brad. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. Here. Down. There we go. Still you, Brad.
Oh dear. So we don't really have a plan today, but it is New Year's Eve. Yay, New Year's Eve. And
I look so strange.
So basically,
natural.
Our New Year's Eve was honestly pretty boring. Ever since we moved away from my old neighbours who used to actually throw New Year's Eve parties, we don't really have very exciting New Year's Eves. But we did have beans on toast for lunch, which is pretty exciting.
How do you like your cheese in the morning? I like mine with some beans.
We also had another turkey dinner to celebrate New Year's, but it was basically just a less elaborate and impressive version of Christmas lunch, so it doesn't warrant much focus.
Please come home for Christmas. If not for Christmas, then by New Year's night.
Hey, it is New Year's night.
We also played a game called Block Us, which is another game I can't really be bothered to explain the rules to, but it was fun.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Hannah.
So I completely neglected to film while we did the countdown, which is probably would have been the most...
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year.
Which probably
So
would
all
have
you
been...
need to do now is wait up another 5
Yeah.
hours and then you can wish your parents
Yeah.
Happy New Year as well.
Probably would have been
They've already
the most
messaged me,
the most
so-
exciting part of the vlog. So just imagine 10, 9, 8,
think so, yeah.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year. That's what I would have done. That's what happened, but I forgot to film it.
The next day we went to Great Linford on a walk with my parents.
So my mum has a list of different sites to see on the walk, and one of them is that his football pitch is apparently very well maintained.
The walk mostly took us along the Grand Union Canal, where we did see some sights more interesting than well-maintained football pitches, like these giant furnaces used to harden bricks.
I'm gonna boogie her. I wanna boogie her good. I'm gonna boogie her so much. She's gonna get boogied. I'm gonna boogie her. I'm getting closer. A boogieing is imminent. Nothing can protect her from the forthcoming boogie that's about to befall her. Try as she might, she'll never escape this boogie. A boogie, 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 boogie. Way! Woo! Woo!
After walking along the canal for quite a while, we came upon a playground. Yeah, I think I might have got a bit too in touch with my inner child. Fortunately, for some of the less scary activities, Hannah was willing to join in.
Maybe this was ill-conceived. Oh, she hasn't even followed me. Last time we brought you concrete cows. Now, here are concrete sheep. Do you like sheeps?
Sure do.
So for those who don't know, Great Linford is a pretty historical area close to where I live. A quick Google confirms it has been around since at least 944 AD. The whole area is well laid out and very nice to go for a walk around, even if you don't care about the history.
The design, which is very Dutch, was a nod to William of Orange because he was a supporter of the Bloodless Revolution.
Of course he was. He was a beneficiary of it. Never mind a supporter.
Honestly, I could probably spend much more time at this area, because not only is the park super expansive, with a location that apparently used to offer a view of the Great Ouse Valley until somebody planted a bunch of trees in the way, but also there's a pretty nice high street area that we didn't explore much at all. Anyway, that's the end of our Christmas/New Year's adventures in England last year. Well, almost the end. That evening I made a pie. It was a good pie. You might think I should have ended the vlog on more of a highlight, but I do like a good pie. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope this was decently entertaining, because I do have other clips from when Hannah came to see me last winter, including travelling to every county town in the East Midlands, and also when we visited Winchester. So obviously I would like to make those into vlogs. I've got all this footage. It was fun to document, so I figured might as well do something with it. So look forward to those. Bye.